Hi, ladies. Welcome. It's Tina, your Freedom from Autoimmune coach. I'm happy to be here with you again this week and join your journey with you to help you move forward. I am currently in Chicago right now, traveling with my husband. So we just got here last night. It was a 12-hour drive. So we pretty much drove straight through with two stops. And I am awake today with no pain, with full energy in my body, and just really feeling good, which is a reminder to me to just keep encouraging you that this is where you can be to move forward. I apologize. I am in a hotel room. I know it's kind of glary behind me, so I hope that's not causing any problem for you guys to be able to see me and just feel like you're connected. But you are my passion for what I feel I need to do in my life right now. So that's what I want to talk to you about this week, is what is your why behind the reason of needing, wanting to feel healthy and get your energy again. I want to help you just drill that down and be able to focus on that so that you know what the reason is of why it is so important to continue moving forward, not staying still in that space of the symptoms and the diagnosis, but you've got the motivation because you know why it is so important that you continue to move forward. Right now, I'm doing what I'm doing because you are my why, along with myself and my family, that I know it's important that I continue my own personal journey in building myself up, paying attention to my body and what it needs never stops. So even when you incorporate these different tools and tips that you're learning, it never stops. If you're taking the program and you go through the 8-week course, it doesn't stop at the end of that 8 weeks. You take those tools and you continue to move forward and use them so that your energy just continues to increase and level up. And you can take those 12-hour trips in a vehicle and not feel bad in your body. And then, just need to do that rest, that 3-day rest thing to get that energy back again. Because if we're being honest, ladies, I believe that the women in this group are very strong. They've had you have had strength that carries you throughout your life through different things that some people wouldn't have been able to handle as easily or continue to be able to just get the thing done through what you've been through. But with that being said, that can also bring us to that space of not really being in tune with ourselves and what we need to move forward. So when I ask you to look at what your truth is, what motivates you, because that's really what keeps you pushed to go forward, your why. Why do you want to feel better? Why do you want your energy again? We can get into such a pattern through our life as women, especially because we nurture and we take care of others. We love others. We give ourselves to others. And then when you have autoimmune disease, one of the things that tends to happen is because you look okay, you do your best to feel okay. You push to make it through the day with everything that you have and past that. Even when you feel depleted and like you just don't know how else you're going to make it happen to get through the day to do those things that you need to do, your to-dos, you find a way to make it happen. So there's this big misconception out there for people that don't really understand because they've never had autoimmune disease. They don't understand that what we hear a lot is that we are looking for attention, lazy. We just don't want to do whatever it is, like a victim mentality thing. When actually it is so completely opposite of that. We push ourselves to look like nothing is wrong and still get the thing done. And we do it well. And that's why other people can come back and say, well, you look fine. And I see you do this thing. So I don't feel like there's really anything wrong with you. We're good at making people think that, pushing through until we can't anymore. We just can't because it's not in our bodies anymore. At that point, our body is saying, hey, I need you to stop, step back, and I need some support. So we have to get our mindsets out of that space. We can do that so long. You can do that so long, pushing yourself to feel good, to look like you feel good, to do the things that you may actually have your mind trained to just be that way and not really focused on what's it really going to take for me to be able to build my body back up so that I can accomplish what is your why? Is it your family? Is there things that you want to do with your family that you are concerned that you won't be able to do anymore because your health and your energy just keeps declining and you don't know what to do about it? Is it your job? Is it goals that you have in your career that you want to keep scaling out? Is it just things that you've always wanted to do in your life that you still haven't done yet, but you feel like, is it still possible? Is it still possible? While you're still doing your nurturing and you're caring for other people and taking that out. I'm asking you to get into your truth about yourself, to feel free to really understand what's happening in your body. Go past the I have to look strong, I have to be strong. What is happening inside your body? Connect that with your why. It's important for you to feel better. And then that's where you can really start to get the advantage to be able to move forward and to elevate yourself and to help other ladies then that come into your life, because that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I recently left my full-time job because it was too hard for me to try to find the space to keep that full-time job and then make sure that I'm putting myself into the things that I'm teaching you, the tools that I'm giving you, and how that process and flow goes, because it is a very specific process of things that you do to build yourself back up. And it needs to be consistent. So I need to be consistent in that space so that I can show up every week. I can give you those tools and tips. I can give you the things that I think is most important for you to have to help keep you motivated in this group or as you being my client. So the things that we have to do are not always easy, but what I'm helping you do is know what the goal is, exactly what the goal is, not just I want to feel better. What does that look like for you? Seeing yourself feeling better, what are you doing? How are you feeling differently emotionally? What things are you able to accomplish that you couldn't before? And then move you through the process of how to get to that point. So we don't stay in the struggles, we don't stay in the symptoms, we don't stay in the diagnosis. We move through them to get you to whatever your goal is. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm spending my time doing, other than making sure that I'm focusing on taking care of myself and still loving my family and friends and just enjoying life. Sometimes what's on the other side can seem scary or bigger than what it is, but I encourage you. I already know that you're brave. That's why you're in the space that you're in. Stay connected. So this week, I'm asking you to think about 3 things. The first is to truly start to know your body and find out where it needs support. That means paying attention, like I've talked about the past couple weeks. When do you notice pain in your body? Where is it specifically? What time of day is it? How stressed are you at the time that you start to feel it? And then taking that information, believing in yourself that you can still get your health and energy back, coming back to this group to pick up that energy, believing that you're brave, moving through to get to your goals and knowing your why. That's what I'm asking you to focus on this week. And don't feel like, and you're doing that in that space, that you are being selfish in any way, because the more you build yourself up, the more you can really help take care of the other people in your life that you care about. So keep that as your focus this week and just continue to move forward. And I wanted to really show you the view that we have because the hotel I'm in right now is just, it's beautiful. I could see there's a huge lake. It basically looks like an ocean out the window. It just looks very calm and peaceful. And then I can also see the cityscape from the room. But I do not have professional equipment. I'm using what I have to be able to help you. Maybe some point I will get that. But right now, what's important is just that I show up and give you this information. So unfortunately, I can't show you what's behind me in the view because as soon as I move this, it just gets too glary. But I just wanted to share a little bit of that with you about the space. So that encourages you to keep yourself also in spaces that encourage you. Okay, ladies, I hope that you have a beautiful, wonderful week. If you feel like what I shared today would help somebody, another woman that you know, then please feel free to tag them in this, to share, so that they can also become a part of this group, because I want us to be able to help as many ladies as we can. Autoimmune disease affects the majority of ladies. So this is a disease that kind of targets women. And if you just step back and think about that for a minute, that can say a lot in itself. We are the nurturers, we are the givers, we are the caretakers. So spread this to other women that you think would help. We can allow them to come in the group as well and build each other up. Okay, ladies, have a wonderful week. Until I see you next week again and spend a little more time with you, I hope that you have a beautiful week. Stay safe and enjoy the fall weather.